This is ANM Unpacked, and I'm your host, Mustafa, and I'm co-joined by my good friends, Alex
Hello, hello,
and
hello. What's
Nicholas.
going on?
Hello, welcome to my yapping fest.
Yes, sir. We are excited to share our journey and just have a good time talking with you guys. Um, yeah. So I'm Mustafa from New York, and Alex, you wanna say where you're from?
I'm from Minnesota, so we're kind of we're kind of close. Not really. I don't
Yeah,
know.
just a
How many
little
hours is that?
20-hour drive, 1 hour time
20
difference.
hour drive?
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. And then Nick is on the other
And I'm
side.
making it global. We're in North Carolina right here. But we're all
Oh,
around
let's
the world.
go. Let's go. Oh yeah. And yeah, and us three, if you guys don't know already, if you haven't seen the previous videos, we have met in Tokyo, Japan, where we all studied abroad at Sophia University during the spring 2024. We all spent our semester there and met there and had a lot of great memories. And we're gonna spend I guess, this first session just introducing ourselves to you guys, talking about a bit of our journey there, and then as we expand, talk about different parts of Japan, different parts of travel, different experiences in Japan here, and when more in depth. Now it's kind of going to be just general, vague idea.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, it's like it's crazy that it's already been a year since we were there, and I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be cool because we're gonna get other people on the podcast
Yeah,
to talk about their experiences, especially like we're going to get some people on that are full-time students, and that'll be like a whole different perspective too, which will be really cool. But
that is
yeah, and then also um, we're going to be putting this on Spotify, so it's going to be on
For the
YouTube and on
audio only
Spotify.
listeners.
Yeah.
only while you're driving, you can hear telling you all.
Hmm.
And on the Patreon, you can pay $5 a month for me to lull you to sleep.
ASMR by Nick. Nick
Yeah.
Breezy. Give
Okay,
us
I'll,
give us
I'll
a
get
little
the mic.
give us a little gist right now.
No, you didn't pay. Only
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
Patreon.
Do you
yeah,
take Venmo?
Only
yeah.
for the. No, I take Patreon.
So back to the topic. Um, I ended up going to study abroad there during my final semester of my senior year. Student, and I graduated with a bachelor's of arts in computer science and information system. Yeah, I ended up missing out on my graduation ceremony and whatnot, but I got to spend summer with amazing people. So
Mhm. Yeah, for me, I was a junior, I believe. Yeah. And I wanted to study abroad like for a long time, like ever since high school. So I was kind of just like, I remember during my junior year while I was applying to schools, I was like looking for schools that had programs that did exchange in Japan. So, Sophia was one of the choices, and I applied for it and I got in, and I don't know, the rest is kind of history, but um, I've wanted to study abroad for a very long time. So that's kind of my background.
For me, I watched one YouTube video and that made my decision. I was just like, I'm just going to go here because I didn't really have any special interest in going anywhere specific, but the most information I could find was Sophia University. And I was studying Japanese since my first semester of freshman year. So I was like, I'm going to go to Japan.
Hmm.
And yeah, I don't know. In my junior year, my second semester, I got ahead prior semesters. And in that semester, that's when I actually went abroad. And I just graduated. And I'm now unemployed. But I'm going back to Japan, so that's okay.
let's go, let's go. Yeah, now that I remember when you
What?
guys first
Yeah,
came
yeah.
in, you guys already had like knowledge in Japanese, much more than me. I was kind of just still a beginner. I knew my hiragana and my katakana, but besides that, I wasn't really that good, especially with conversational. You guys already
Mm.
had how many years of studying prior?
I was at like a year in a little, maybe,
Hmm.
but I kind of like it's been hard because of my other like I'm a graphic design major, so it's like I didn't have that much time after my sophomore year to study, so I stopped, and then I took Japanese, and me and Nick were in the same class.
Yeah.
But that was chill. But yeah, and then after coming back home from studying abroad, I didn't take Japanese, so I'm trying my best to learn. Now that I'll be going back home, I'll have more time. So
Yeah, try to keep up with it.
yeah.
It's a little bit hard, definitely. I think with everything going on, it's a little bit. It's very time consuming as it is, and as Nick said, we're
Mhm.
unemployed, so we're very very busy. We're very
Yeah,
busy.
very busy
Yeah.
playing League of Legends all day, and
Hey
then
man.
going to part-time job the next day, and then rinsing and repeating that cycle. Very,
you
very
have no
tiring.
time to fit it in, man.
No, not really. But
But
actually, while I'm at my part-time job, I do quizzes pretty much for like
there you
2
go.
hours straight because
Mm.
I don't have to do anything. I just check people into a climbing gym, and behind the computer, I do the Wordle, and then I switch to Japanese quizzes.
The
That's
Wordle.
that's my homework.
You guys do today's Wordle?
Not today. I didn't work.
No,
You guys should have done it. It was
it
a
didn't.
crazy
It
word.
didn't work.
We could do the daily Wordle on the podcast
On the
every day. Maybe
podcast.
do it.
ANM
Oh my
podcast.
gosh.
Wordle of the day. But yeah, no, I think I definitely learned a lot more. Like I was able to learn quicker. I picked up katakana and hiragana pretty fast myself when I studied for about a year and a half. But it was very like basic beginning Japanese.
Mm.
When I came in, I didn't know much. I just know a couple of words, sentences. Like I can read and write hiragana, katakana. I learned a lot more while in Japan. I didn't take a class like you guys did, but just like actively listening to people just only speaking, only interacting with Japanese. That
Mhm.
definitely boosted how much Japanese I know.
Yeah.
Felt the same. Living here definitely helped me a lot more than just studying on my own.
I mean, yeah, because you're surrounded by it. So
Yeah.
it's like, and we had, the Japanese people from the dorm too that we talked with. Um, but yeah, like it was crazy because like me and Nick met right away,
Right.
and then we went to Osaka
On
and
that bus.
I went to USJ together. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so like, do you want to tell the story of how we met?
I mean, so we were going to get. We just came from the dorm. I moved in the first day, and the first night I was like, "Dang, this is gonna be crazy." And then when came that we had to start our what is it like? Go to the ward office to start our
Mm-hmm.
document processing to get
Right.
our not permanent residency card, but the Zairyu card
Mm-hmm.
to get that and to like start the health insurance and all that. On the way back, we met on the bus, and I was just we were just like, "Yo, what's up?"
Yo, what's up?
That really just started in like
Mm-hmm.
2/3 of the trio,
Yeah.
and then later
Yeah.
we met Mustafa. But before we met Mustafa, we went we're like, "Do you want to go to Kyoto and Osaka?" Yeah,
It
sure,
was
let's
like
go.
it was like the week after we met, and then
Yeah,
we were like, yeah, let's just take a trip, and then we went
yeah.
like without knowing how to like do anything really. Um, like we bought the Shinkansen tickets like at the place, and like we were just
Oh.
like, yeah, we'll just do this and go, and then see how it goes. And it was a good experience. So
I feel like I learned how to survive more there than I even know how to survive here. Like to fill out more important things because I'm a girl.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to do my own taxes. I don't
Dude.
even know what that is involved. But like if I had to, I don't know, interact with like a station manager, I don't know. I learned how to do that there, even though there's no
Mhm.
station manager here to like get the Shinkansen ticket and all that.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
I just felt like I learned more little life skills there, and that translates to like bigger life skills that can apply anywhere.
And just imagine like
Mhm.
how much harder it was to learn. Like you had to learn it in Japanese. Like it was also like when I went to do my like health insurance and my residency cards and all that, it was all like very broken English, like broken Japanese. We're trying to like translate for each other. Kind of
Mhm.
hard. Their English was good, so we got through it pretty fast. But a lot of
Yeah.
times it was like us trying to like point each other to what we're trying to
Mm.
do.
Mhm. I mean, yeah, like in Tokyo, a lot of people speak English, so like we were definitely like fortunate
At
enough to
least a
have
little
that.
bit. At least a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least a little bit of English. Back to the whole meetup. Yeah, in case you guys didn't know, we actually all ended up residing in the same dormitory, Sophia Soshigaya International House in
Hmm.
Setagaya. A little bit like 45, 30 minutes train ride from central Tokyo, from like Shinjuku Shibuya area. So we all ended up living in the same housing, which also happened by chance. It was my first choice. I believe it was Nick's first choice as well. But for
Yeah.
Alex, you had a different choice, right?
I mean, like I had Arupe as
Right.
my first choice, but like I don't know what happened to that one.
The
Yeah.
mold issue. You couldn't
Mold
move
issue.
in
Yeah,
because there
that's
was
what
a
it
mold
was.
issue.
Yeah. So
Do
then I
not
got
go to the Arupe dorm if you are interested in going to Sophia just for your own health.
100%. I agree.
um so I went to Soshigaya International Dorm. And like yeah. But like how did we meet Musafa? Because I
So,
think did you meet me and Nick at the same time, or was it like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you met me and then we all like
Wasn't it when we raided the other floors
oh you were there.
floor meeting?
Yeah, we all
Right?
went
Okay,
into
okay.
different
Yeah.
we went to a floor meeting that wasn't ours. So, we
Yeah.
Wait, Mustafa, what floor were you on?
I was on the first
You were
floor.
on
It was
okay,
a
me and
second
Nick
floor
were on the
floor meeting,
same.
right?
You guys were in the same floor, but you guys were in different wings. Cuz we had
Yeah.
2 wings per
Mhm.
floor. My floor leader, my LGL, the LGL is like a floor leader, group
Mhm.
leader for
Kind of
each.
like the RA of each floor.
Yeah, exactly. And they're supposed to like set up like meetings, hangouts, like just talks where we can just,
Mhm.
meet other people. My LGL didn't do it. Didn't do nothing. But it was cool because I was being my extroverted self. I'm surprised Nick and Alex kind of. I'm surprised you guys even told each other, "Let's go to Osaka, Kyoto," because knowing how introverted
That
you
was
guys
crazy.
are,
That was no,
like
because
I would
like
never imagine you
I
guys
was
to
like
be like,
there,
"Oh,
yeah.
yo, let's just go to Kyoto with some random stranger." I would never expect you guys. That's pretty cool that you guys did that.
Mm.
Um,
But was it the welcome party? Like after the welcome party? Is
that
that
we met. No, we met before the welcome party because at the welcome party we had
so?
like,
Well,
So we met during the floor meeting,
yeah.
yeah,
So
during the floor meeting.
yeah, I don't
but it
know.
was after, right?
We played games. We played games
Yeah,
at that floor meeting.
and we
And I
talked.
remember we just started playing games. We just started chopping it up, and then we talked about going rock climbing.
Yeah, and that
And
Spotify
then we went
playlist,
rock climbing.
guys.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
dude, that
Me
was actually a
Mm-hmm.
friend cheat
literally
code. How to
don't.
make a
French cheat
friend.
code.
Do you listen to music? Okay. Give me your Spotify jam. Let's make a jam and
Yeah,
just
Let's make a
share
jam.
that and see what. Oh my god, you
the
like this
Spotify
music? That's
blend.
cool.
The
All right, now you're my
Spotify
best friend.
blend. If your
Oh
Spotify
yeah,
blend
I
is over,
blend.
if your Spotify blend is over 90%, you are meant for each other. If it's above 80, you
Yeah.
guys will be good. If it's below 70, I'm sorry, but it's gonna be hard to match. There's gonna be very.
bro, I have like 10 plus Spotify blends,
we
I
made it.
think.
We
Like
made it.
yeah.
We made it together. We made it with a few of the other people at the same time with the floor meeting. We made it with a bunch of random people that we met at school. Oh, was ours was that? I can't even pull up my phone.
But I remember I think you asked me if you could sit next to me. Um
Oh, that's
and then
cute.
like and then like and then you started like playing this like card game where you like you like grab the
Oh,
card on the
Yeah.
and you were like super good at it. Like I don't even know how you were like and you were doing it with
Shelby.
Shelby.
um
Shelby.
Shelby,
She was
yeah.
trying so hard to beat me, but she just couldn't, man. Shelby, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but I'm just better.
Yeah.
Better. Yeah, it was a floor meeting for. It wasn't your floor. It wasn't my floor.
Dude, I'm pretty sure it was the second floor,
I
and
think it
we were on the
was.
fourth
Mm.
floor, and you were on the first floor.
It was the third floor. It was the third floor. I remember the third floor.
Oh,
Um, you guys, I didn't even know you guys existed. I was just kind of chilling
Mhm.
there. With some of the friends that were there. Okay, so for me personally, in the first couple of, I guess it was a week before we met. So the first week and a half of dorm life, first week and a half of dorm life, there wasn't really much going on for me within the people in the dorm. I didn't really get close or like do anything with anybody. I knew everybody
Mhm.
there. Everybody knew me. I was friends with them. Sometimes like would be like, oh, let's go do some. But I didn't have like most of the time I was either by myself or like meeting some people from wherever. Like I had German friends visiting, so I spent like the first week of April entirely with them. They arrived April 2nd, April 2nd to 9th. I was just with them. So for me, I was kind of just doing my own thing. The floor meeting happened. I was with some friends, the LGLs, the people that were like full time students there that just always hang out with the international students. So like, okay, cool. The floor meeting happened. We went to the cafeteria. We were like eating some food, hanging out. Shelby was there, also another international student who studied abroad with us at the same time. Um, and I seen you guys and a few other Japanese people that were there with us. We were all just chatting it up, and in the we had like it was a big group. It was the whole like basically the whole floor, and then some extras like you guys and
Mm-hmm.
some other people. And I think you guys were maybe two or out of like what it was like 4 or 5 people who stayed in the cafeteria after the meeting ended. Everybody else left. Like the cafeteria emptied out really fast. And
Yeah.
afterwards, we were all just kind of we were already playing card games. We were just all chatting it up. We decided like we joined you guys. You guys joined us. Everybody went over, and we just, a big group of like 8 to 10 people.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, that like if that floor meeting didn't happen, like we probably would have met later, but like
Eventually,
yeah. But that was crazy. Like I remember like just like being so happy that like other people liked the same music as I did. And like cuz like we would do like the blend and it'd be like 97%. I'd be like what the like you
whoa,
listen to the same music as I do.
perfect playlist. We're just meant for
Um
each other. Pretty cool.
and then like what we watched the same stuff, like things like that. But
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say you and I also had we both really liked soccer, so we both were trying to play
Mhm.
as much as I was. I don't know about you, but I was constantly asking people who played and who doesn't play, who goes out actively to play, and I could not find a single soul of that place. I found Spanish people, bro, people from Spain. I'm like, hey, do you play soccer? Like, no,
Mhm.
I just watch, bro. I got no
Yeah.
people playing. So when I met you and you're like, I play soccer, I'm
Mhm.
like, finally, bro, I got somebody who I can actually like go
I
play
mean like
soccer with.
before going, like I was like, I definitely want to play like with Japanese people. Like
Yeah.
that was the one thing. Like, and I like bought cleats in Japan. Like, and we went to soccer camp together. Like that was like, that was crazy.
It was insane. And I remember Nick was mentioning rock climbing the first time we met, and I was really interested in go because I've done it before, and he told me you guys went, and then Nick offered like, hey, well, we're gonna go like later this week, come with us, and then I think me and
Mm.
Shelby both joined you guys. That first
Yeah.
day was a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah. Where was it? Which one did we go
That
to?
was at Ogikubo. We
Ogikubo,
went to
yeah,
Bipam
Okiko.
Ogikubo.
Okay.
that one was a lot of fun.
And yeah, I
Mhm.
remember the set, and I remember the like first couple of climbs you started doing. It was on the middle wall, and it was like to the right if you're facing
And right,
the
yeah,
place,
yeah.
to the right, and that's
Yeah.
where you,
Oh,
you took that fall, and you're like, oh, that kind of hurt. Remember, you
when
fell and you like hurt your ankle a bit or
yeah,
something.
because I was
Yeah,
climbing up, and I lifted my foot up, and I slipped from the
oh
little
my
rock that was
gosh.
under me, and as I fell, my foot landed on the holder, like right under it. So it wasn't like
yeah,
just a fall. I like fell, landed right on the holder, and then I fell back like
yeah.
really hard, like just slammed right on my back. My back was fine, but my foot, my ankle. You guys were like, "Oh my
I
god,
felt so
are you
bad.
okay?" My back, like I like, I like crashed into the pad. I didn't even feel anything besides my ankle, holding my ankle. Like, I'm okay. You met that famous dude
Dang.
there, right?
Yeah,
That Japanese climber.
yeah. Ogata Yoshiyuki,
Yeah.
and I met Annaku Sorato there.
Did
So
you,
I met a few
And
famous
and
people there.
and he saw
and
PewDiePie
he saw
there.
PewDiePie.
And
Yeah,
PewDiePie, but that wasn't that day. But yeah,
not
I
that day,
got
but yeah.
invited to climb by a popular climbing YouTuber, and he was filming a video with PewDiePie that day that he told me to come climbing. And I saw PewDiePie, but I didn't get to say anything to him.
Yeah.
He dipped. I had to pee so bad. I was like looking at the set, see the new set, and to see if he was there. And he was there, and I was like, oh shoot, wait, is that PewDiePie? All right, hold on. I gotta pee really, really bad. He left while I was
No,
peeing.
bro, you gotta
I'm
hold
not
it
kidding.
in.
Dude, you
I
missed
couldn't,
out.
dude. I
You
was holding it
missed
in the
out.
whole time.
It's the same.
That was
It's the same as, bro, Mustafa. We were at USJ and we were waiting for the Mario Kart ride, and this guy had to pee so
oh
bad that he
my
like
god,
I
bro.
left
remember
the
like
line.
we were like at least we were waiting for at least like 30 plus minutes at that point. Like,
Dude, I had to pee so bad in that situation. That was a good call. Like, actually, that was a good
You
call.
have the bladder of an old man, bro. You're like what,
Yeah.
22? Come on, man.
I drink a lot of water.
Too much
I
water.
like water. Yeah.
Give me some of
Too
your
much
water.
Pocari Sweat.
Dude, speaking of,
Oh,
the food in Japan was crazy. Melon soda,
mm.
I couldn't get enough of
That was
that.
like the first.
I
That
will
was like the
not be
first.
drinking that again.
First addiction. First addiction. It
Dude.
was really good when we first had it though.
Yeah, it was. I
Like,
was like good on cutting out some soda, and then I was like, "Oh, melon soda sounds good. Let me try it out." As soon as I drank it, I was like, "Whoa! I didn't know flavors like this existed." It was like a must
yeah.
grab every time. Any place they
I
really
mean,
offered
like,
it.
hmm I mean, like, I got like Pocari is still like I love Pocari.
Yeah.
Like from
Oh,
the
yeah.
like first day I got to the airport and I got my Pocari. I was like, yeah, this is my drink. Like,
Not
It's good for
sponsored.
you. I
Not
mean, come
sponsored, by the way.
on.
yeah. I mean, but if
One
they want to
day.
sponsor, that'd be cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you want to sponsor us, one day, please, we'll be happy to.
And Freshness Burger.
Freshness
Oh
Burger.
my gosh.
If you
There's a
want to give
freshness
Mustafa a
burger.
job this time now.
Please, dude. I let you guys know I
Wait,
was
that's funny. That's so
actively
funny.
searching for a job while I was in Japan, and I think I had like what 3, 4, 5 interviews, and I didn't end up getting a job, but I ended up doing like some like I did ended up doing ended up teaching English as an assistant teacher at this like private institution, Maple I think it was called, maybe not.
Mhm.
I gotta remember the name,
Yeah,
but
it was. It
my
was.
the teacher that got me the job. He was really, really cool. Kaz, appreciate you always. Thank you for the experiences that you gave me. And he also actually wrote my recommendation letter for the JET program to come back and teach English in Japan. But unfortunately, things didn't work out. But I still do appreciate everything he did for me while I was there. So it was a fun experience
Mhm.
too. I met some cool people. Yeah, we can get into that later on because Alex also ended up joining me on
Yeah.
that for a few days.
That's a whole nother talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of veered off topic. Well, we don't really have a main topic for today besides
Mhm.
just like introducing ourselves and just talking about how we met.
Yeah. I mean, like in general, Sophia was like studying abroad was the best decision in my life. Like
Yeah.
it changed like how I see the world and also like what I want to do in terms of like my career. Especially like moving back to Japan and finding a way back. But yeah, like it just like opened my eyes to the world. I met all my friends basically in Japan. And like we're literally talking to each other, like and
You're
starting a
you're
podcast. Like
literally in
that's so
Japan right
cool.
now. Yeah,
I'm in Japan. Like I'm
you're
like laying down in bed because my room is so small. But
So wait,
yeah,
it's
it's
you've been
just
there for
crazy.
what, 3 weeks now? You're leaving next week, coming back to us.
I leave on Monday, and today's Friday, June 13th.
Okay,
But
yes, a
yeah,
couple more days. You said it was
but
crazy going back and just seeing everything and seeing
it's
everybody
it's
because you met up with
so
everybody.
yeah, like it's crazy how fast time goes by. Like it's already been a year since I came here, and like seeing everyone a year older now, like I don't know, it just feels weird. And like walking into campus and stuff was like it was like so nostalgic. But also at the same time, I like saw people that I knew from last year. And I was like, oh, like
Yeah.
you're still here, like it's just weird. Just a weird feeling.
You should have gone and visited Iwahashi Sensei or Sora
Oh,
Sensei. That would have been
that's true.
crazy.
That was your
That would have
Japanese
been
teacher?
crazy. Yeah,
Mhm.
we had two. So we had one for Monday and Tuesday, and then another one for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or something like that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I wish I took
Yeah.
Japanese class like you guys did, because maybe we would have been in the same class. Because you guys were in not like the beginner level, but the one after that, right?
Yeah, we were in period 2 class, so and that's the second class as well.
Yeah, I think I would have
Mhm.
been in that one as well. There's no way I would have been in beginner. I'm not that bad. I know I made it seem like I'm that bad, but I'm not. Um, I was gonna ask you guys this earlier because you were talking about how you've always wanted to study abroad, Alex. Um,
Mhm.
and I don't know if we've mentioned it in any of your previous videos, but what was like your reason to study abroad? Why Japan? And we can ask the same
I
for
mean,
Alex
like
and for Nick.
for me, well, I'm half Japanese, so like, and I had never been to Japan,
Mhm.
so that was like one of the biggest things. Um, and like learning about my culture and just like I'm half Japanese. Like I feel like I should have like, come here just to experience like what it's like,
Right.
and just learn more about like how Japanese people are. Like, and I don't know, like for me it was hard because I didn't speak Japanese. Um, like my mom's Japanese, but she was born in Brazil, so um, I never spoke Japanese growing up, so it was a little intimidating. But I definitely knew that I wanted to come here and just like have a change of pace because back home, like I didn't really find my group of people, and I was like grateful enough to find that in Japan when I went last year. So that was yeah. That was probably my reason why.
What about you?
I hated my school. Like I was,
I mean, I could
I
have put it that way
wasn't
too, but
even,
like,
I wasn't even on campus for like a whole year. I left my school halfway through my 1 year lease in my sophomore year. I just like, dude, my lease on that apartment, it was in such a sketchy area. Somebody tried to break in. They were doing fireworks in the parking lot pretty frequently. Just like it was super miserable. It made me feel like low key paranoid living there by
mhm,
myself. I was fortunate to have a 1 bedroom apartment that was actually huge. It was for a decent price. So like very close to my campus too. But even the walk, like it's not that close. Like I had to walk 20 minutes, but that 20-minute walk puts it in like a really bad area, and I
mm,
reaped those effects of that bad area. So like I luckily got out of my lease and lived at home and did some online classes to finish off the year for the next semester. And I was like, yo, not, like honestly, I just felt really lost. I was working at an ice cream shop for a part-time job when I wasn't in my classes. I was taking super easy classes and just being stupid bored all day. And so I was like, you know what, let's study abroad because I already took some Japanese classes. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to study abroad in Japan. I have enough classes worth to be able to have that ability at my school to do the study abroad.
Mhm.
So pretty
mhm.
much all in all, I also wanted to change a pace, and that did definitely change my pace. Now I'm going back to
Yeah.
Japan in
So,
January, so for a year
why'd you choose to
at
study
least.
Japanese though? Was it something you were interested in, or is it kind of just like whatever, you know?
Well, in seventh, this one guy, Eric Fonville, who was one of my best friends at the
Mhm.
time, who I haven't really been in contact with that much. He's actually him and Zach and I met Zach in Japan,
Mhm,
but my one of my other best friends, he he introduced us to Sword Art Online and to Japanese music. And so
Okay.
ever since
mm.
started listening to Japanese music and admittedly watching anime, which I don't think that's cringe, but now I don't do it anymore just because I just don't like it anymore. Um, I still listen to Japanese music to this day, and because of that, specifically the music was like a huge factor. I just wanted to
Mhm.
like understand the lyrics. So
I
and
mean,
that got me
I mean,
into
yeah,
loving
yeah.
language learning.
Mhm.
So yeah.
So you
How
guys,
about you, Mustafa?
so I've always been interested in travel, right? You guys know this.
Mm,
That's like my goal now is to travel the world and explore different cultures. I don't know, growing up, well, I don't know how it was for you guys, but growing up for me, I'm Middle Eastern. I'm from Iraq, so and I grew up until I was 9. I was in the Middle East, and that like anime and I guess just East Asian culture was always a part of. Oh, that is fire.
he just
East
showed what did he just show? He showed
Sword Art Online
Sword Art
background.
Online, like yeah,
Oh my god, he's
That
an
was sort of
and
anime
a
nerd.
that's
and a My
I
Hero.
just don't watch it. I like the look. I just don't
Yeah.
watch it anymore because I don't know, I'd rather watch the drama.
All I'm watching
Oh,
now is
Displayed. I
One
have
Piece,
one of
bro.
those.
But yeah, so like East Asian culture and my culture kind of like coincide with each other. They're very similar in certain sense. And also East Asian culture had a heavy impact on my culture when um growing up, anime, Dragon Ball, all that. Like growing up, those were like the things that I was watching because that's what was on TV. It was all dubbed in Arabic, and they had a bunch of religious stuff into it. But like I grew up on that Detective
Mhm.
Conan. I come to the U.S., nobody knows what that is. And like when I went to Japan, everybody loves Conan, dude. I grew up on Conan. That's my shit. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I wanted to travel. Like I also like I switched my major before entering college. I was like, I'm gonna be a doctor. Did not want to be a doctor. I ended up choosing to do computer science programming because I'm like, oh, this has opportunity for me. Work and travel, like work from home, do what I want, go anywhere in the world. It's like, okay, this is what I want because I can just do it. So that was already like my plan was to travel. I was interested in Japanese
Mhm.
culture. I was like anime. I'm not that big of a fan. I do love One Piece though. I'm watching it every week. Um, but yeah, I started studying Japanese. My teacher was consistently just like, hey, you guys should study abroad in Japan. You guys have to visit Japan. And I was like,
Mm.
yeah, might as well. There's no point in like not doing it. My parents were against it. Um, but I was like, nope, I'm gonna still do it. And I kept like,
Mhm.
I don't know, I kept bugging my mom like, mom, I'm gonna go to Japan in a year and a half from now. I'm gonna go to Japan in 2 years. I'm gonna get
Yeah, yeah.
accepted to study abroad. I'm gonna go in a year. Every time I tell her, she's like, dude, shut up. If you talk about it so much, it's not gonna happen.
Dude, I was talking about it every day. I was
Dude,
like, it's a
literally
day closer.
every
Yeah.
time, every time. It was a long, long wait. So yeah, and my school, just like your guys' schools, were directly connected with Sophia University. So it was just like a direct exchange from my school to Sophia rather than like applying from a different school. Like, oh, I want to study abroad at Japanese school. It would be like a much longer process to do
Mhm.
that. So
I
directly from
mean,
my
like,
school, so it was a lot easier.
did you get like, so for mine, it was like you get nominated and then you like do all the paperwork or whatever. And then you're like, I mean, like, basically, if you get nominated, it was like guaranteed that you were getting. But that was
Yeah,
for me.
for me, I was the only student in my school who was studying abroad in Asia, let alone Japan. Like just entirely in Asia, I was the only one. Everyone was going to Europe. And I had to get nominated. I had to get a 3.0 GPA, which at the time I didn't. I was actually surprisingly, I was supposed to go in my junior year, so spring 2023, but I was already kind of late, but still
Mm.
doable, but my GPA was not high enough. So I was like, all right. So I ended up like my process started a year earlier. And so I was just grinding, getting my GPA up so I can go that next year, my last semester of college, which did force me to skip my graduation, but I had all my classes and all my credits completely done, so all my other classes were just pre-electives. Um, and once I got my GPA up, like it was like nominated, I got accepted to apply. After application, we
Yeah.
waited the whole summer to get accepted again, housing, and then so on and so forth.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was my I ranted a lot, but that was very interested in travel and Japanese culture life growing up, and I
Hmm.
studied it for I took Japanese 101, 102, 201. I took 201 twice, and that was like yeah. And my teacher was
Was it
very
the same for you, Nick?
I mean, my school, we have a direct partnership with Sophia. A little bit, I think, probably different from your guys's, because this past school year, my final school year, we had a group of maybe 15 Sophia's only students,
Oh.
oh
aside from the like normal study abroad students that are already coming from other schools in Japan, including Sophia, like the direct
Hmm.
exchange students. They came to my campus for about a week or 2 weeks and just did like a 2 week study
oh
abroad. Pretty much just sending those like 15, 20 kids over, and they just took English classes for a few days, and
that's
then
Hmm.
literally just got to travel for the rest. And some of them like went to baseball games and all that. So we have like a relationship with Sophia University. I didn't know about that when I was going to Sophia. I figured that
mm,
out when I got back. Um, but my process was really easy. I didn't have to get nominated or anything. If you want to study
Oh,
abroad at my
dang.
school and you're already in like I'm a Japanese minor.
Mm.
That's my minor degree. So it's just super quick. It's super expedited.
Yeah.
The whole process for
Dang.
me took like 6 months. So like
Dang.
I was so stressed out to get my COE. I had to fly
Oh.
to Atlanta, Georgia to go to the consulate like only a few weeks before I was flying out to go to Japan. Everything was so rushed. And dude, honestly, I don't really have any memory of it. It's like everything was so fast.
Wait,
Like
we should.
it was so stressful.
Yeah. Do you want to mention? Let's mention our schools, just so.
Oh, I
Yeah.
studied at Lemoyne College in New York.
Mine was University of Minnesota.
Mine is UNC Charlotte. Yeah, University of North Carolina at Charlotte. But even though that's a UNC school, and if you're in North Carolina, you go to UNC school, that doesn't mean that your school has the same thing as UNC Charlotte. It's a pretty common way to think. But
Mhm.
I'm helping somebody that I know try to study abroad and they want to try to go to Sophia, and they can't. So unless they do extra steps because they don't have the option, they go to a different UNC school.
Yeah, that's something that
Yeah.
like I was grateful for of my school because it was like a direct partnership as well. The only like nomination thing was like I said it was like the GPA. You have to have a. Besides that, it was just like okay, you meet the criteria of studying abroad, so we're gonna allow like we're gonna send out the papers and see if Sophia is
Mhm.
accepting students from our school, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
I don't think any Japanese people ever came to study at Lemoyne because nobody wants to come here. It's a dead city, but um, I think I was the
Yeah.
first. Actually, no, I was not the first one who went to Japan from my school. But during my year, I was the only one. So it was a little bit scary. I'm not gonna lie. Like going, I didn't realize it until I got back. But I went to a whole
Mhm.
new country with language just barely knowing it. Nobody to guide me. Like first time traveling on my own, like with nothing. I was
Mhm.
just went and had to build a whole life there, and I did it. And I didn't even think twice about it until I got back, and I was like, whoa, like that's actually something that's very very scary. And I didn't even feel like I was stepping out of my comfort zone. It felt so natural to me. But thinking about it now, it's not something that instantly just be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I probably would, but like,
There's. I mean, like, I don't know. There's like so much we could talk about,
yeah.
like in terms of like how we felt coming, like the days like going, because I remember like my suitcase broke like on the way from the station to the dorm, and it took me like an hour when it should take like 20 minutes. Like, there's so much we can talk about, but I mean, like for today, like I think this is like a good place to wrap it up.
30,
Yeah.
35 minutes, not too bad.
Yeah,
We covered a we jumped around from different
yeah, yeah.
conversations, but it's definitely a good basis.
Mhm.
There's definitely we all three of us already agreed on this. We all definitely want to go into more specifics on certain things, more in depth, like some stuff that we did, how we planned it, like how our
Mhm.
classes was, how food was, dorm life, just traveling in Japan, all of that. We want to talk about
Yeah.
all of that. We also, um, once we all kind of hung out and like became close, we became everybody knew us as a trio. If I'm not with them, they're like, "Oh, where's Mustafa?" If it's me and Alex, like, "Oh, where's Nick?" If it's me and Nick, they're like, "Oh, where's Alex?" It's always like that.
Mhm.
So everybody like kind of like we got, you know, it was our little group, and every time like I would plan to do something, I would bring them along with me. Like, "Hey guys, let's go do this." Like, yeah, Alex plans to do something. Hey guys, let's tag along. We're all gonna go do this. I think
Mhm.
that made me more extroverted in the sense of like when people were like telling me, "Hey, let's go do this." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, great. I'm gonna bring these two guys with me." Like, yeah, cool, that's fine. And so having you
Yeah,
guys there gave me the sense of comfort to try new things. And that's something I think we should
dude, I was.
talk about.
Yeah, that man, we could talk. Yeah, like a lot
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
Um.
But yeah, if anyone watching this or listening to this has like any questions, like this will be uploaded to my channel. So just like comment your questions and we'll like bring them up in another episode. And then we will probably make like an Instagram maybe. Um,
Sounds
so
good.
We're gonna keep trying
yeah, yeah.
to send out content to help promote this. If you guys want any specific like topics for us to cover, um, because we're probably gonna run out of
Mhm.
topics eventually. We're gonna try
Yeah.
to be actively doing this for you guys and for us. Honestly, I just enjoy talking to
Hmm.
you. We do this twice a week. Um, I'm just excited to like, you know, relive my memories while talking to you guys. If you guys have any topics that you guys want us to go over, just comment it down. Reach out to one of us. Alex's Instagram should be shared on the channel. So
yeah,
just reach out.
just
let us know.
yeah. I mean, like if you guys are cool with putting yours too, I'll put yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, any closing thoughts?
I think you should.
Don't send me any messages on Instagram. Put it in the comments because I don't like reading messages, so I don't even do it.
All right. So
Anything else?
yeah. You can message me. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, like 2 days ago when I went climbing, a subscriber like saw me in the gym. So
No,
that was
that's
cool.
crazy.
That's actually so
So,
cool.
like,
That's actually so.
So definitely reach out and comment whatever you want in terms of like studying abroad or like even how to start the process too. And we can probably talk about that in another episode. But that's pretty much all for me.
So yeah, for me, I don't have much to share. We tried covering as much of like general topics and just. I think we kept veering off conversation, but that's the whole point of a raw, unedited
I mean, yeah.
podcast. Yeah, so we're like just gonna be, we're just gonna be yapping. We're just a bunch of yappers. That's how we got along super well. So yeah, we covered a good basis. Didn't really go into depth too much of really anything. Just this is an introductory, and we'll try to be more in depth in the next videos. So yeah, again, just like Alex said, reach out to any of us either on Instagram or just comment down below in the video, or
we're reinforcing that.
is there a I don't know if there's a comment feature on Spotify because we're gonna be uploading these on Spotify as well. ANM Unpacked
I don't know.
on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you should link that in the bio. We'll have
You make a Google form, I think, and put a link on Spotify.
Yeah. Oh, we also have an email that you guys can email if you guys prefer to do it the old-fashioned way. You can send us an
we'll have
email.
everything in the description.
Yeah.
And there will be a nest for the passenger pigeon that you can send the notes to if you're that old.
Yeah, so yeah, just reach out to us and hope you guys enjoyed this as much as we did. Well, we'll be back hopefully soon enough to talk more about our life in Japan and just whatever random stuff that comes up in our lives. Just yap about whatever we got going on. We hope you guys enjoyed, and we hope you guys check out everything else that Alex has posted while at our time in Japan, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be posting more about my trip. So about this recent trip. So look forward to that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited to see. I love watching back all those videos.
Yeah.
Number one fan right here, guys. No one can beat me. Maybe he can. Yeah.
On my screen, you pointed to the wall.
Yeah. Don't worry. On the recording, it's gonna show that I'm pointing at you right here.
Oh.
But yeah.
Yeah.
All
right.
You guys close it off because I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been for.
チャンネル登録といいねボタンを押してください。バイバイ。
Bye bye. ANM Unpacked. We'll see you guys again soon.
Bye bye.